Good morning, everybody. More like afternoon. Sorry, it's kind of bright if I'm squinting. It's been a while since I've done a vlog in a little bit. It's actually been a long while. I've been doing stuff to the VR4. Give me 1 second. I'll show you some more. So here she is. She's a hot mess right now. Don't mind her. Trying to get her prepped for a little bit of paint. Got some more sanding work to do. Probably going to end up deleting this antenna. It's kind of a nuisance, and when it's all done, it will look a lot better. I've got the lights taken out. I did some stuff with them. I've got a rear diffuser that's going to be going on. But today, something that I've been putting off for quite some time, I'm going to try to get done today. These 3000 GTs and the Stealths have a factory pod system in the center console. If you notice, mine is missing. My stock housing, if you haven't noticed, it's kind of broken right there. So what I've done is I've purchased some ABS plastic. I need to remove this center bezel piece is steel, and I'm going to cut out 52 millimeters is the size of the gauges that I'm going to be using. And replace of these ones are going to be digital. I've got to run a lot of wiring. The car's all tore apart, obviously. I've had to pull the dashboard. A lot of people will pull the dash completely out on the first gens. I just got it somewhat unbolted and have it slanted forward so that way I can get it out. But let's go ahead and get started on this. Sorry, I'm out. It's a little bit of a mess. That's Buttons, one of my dogs. This is our new puppy, Sadie. She's sleeping. But let's go over here and get to this box. I need to make some measurements. I did it a while ago, and it was my own fault. I was an idiot and didn't do my measurements correctly. Let me go ahead and flip the camera screen around. So I didn't take my measurements properly. All I did was just drill it out, thought it would fit, but I'm going to be reusing this white plastic assembly right here. Yes, so it'll just bolt up to the factory position. I have some 12 by 12 ABS plastic. Hopefully it'll come together nicely. I believe this should work. I'm just going to trim out the length, cut out the holes, and then that way I can mount it and set my gauges in there so I can go ahead and get it rewired. I'll go ahead and get back on when I have a finished product and kind of break down a little bit of what I've done. So let's go ahead and recap a little bit. My box that I put some stuff in. So I used one of these to drill out my holes after I lined it up. Let's go ahead and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is where the 3 gauges are going to be. I taped the back end of it where I'm going to be cutting with my Dremel to help it fit. So I've got to cut this section off, then that section, and then straight across as best as possible. And then I'm going to go ahead and follow up with some eyelet screws right here and right here. So that way I can bolt them to the housing and then bolt that housing back in place and then set my gauges inside. That's the plan. Alright, so I made my cuts. I'm not the best at cutting, but I'm going to... So I'm going ahead and Gorilla Glue these on. If not, maybe even some spray adhesive after I get it all lined up. That way I can get it set in place and put back into the car. And then I'm going to use these factory holes back here. I don't know if you can see my finger right there moving. I'm going to be running the wires to the gauges through there, so that way I don't have to make it any more of a mess.